Terrific. Are we, have you got us both in the...
Yeah, you guys are both framed up. You guys sound good also.
Terrific. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Oklahoma Biker. We're here today with the legendary Rocky Frisco. Rocky, you're here today to tell us a little bit about, well, tell us a little bit about what's known as the Tulsa Sound. And
well, we had some pretty deep roots to build that on. I say we because I kind of feel like I was there when it happened. Not necessarily a big part of it happening, but I was kind of a witness to it. After all, we had Woody Guthrie and Bob Wills and Gene Autry and Roy Rogers and a lot of great cowboy singers in our past and folk singers. But to my way of thinking, the Tulsa Sound was born in Sonny Gray's recording studio. His mama had a big old house there, it was kind of not too far from downtown, and Sonny was already a great piano player. But he was interested in the technology part of it, and he got him everything needed to do a recording studio, and he wanted to figure out how to, you know, test out the equipment, the recorders and the amps and all that stuff. So he asked Cale to bring some of his friends and come over in the afternoon and record some songs.
now, would you elaborate a little bit on who you're talking about? Who's Cale?
Well, Johnny Cale. Now they call him J.J. Cale. I was lucky enough to go for one semester to Central High in 1955. I was a senior and John was a junior that year. Now, we didn't really get to know each other in high school. We would see each other in the hall, kind of say hello. John was about the coolest guy in the whole school. His family didn't have a lot of money. It wasn't because of any kind of social prominence. John was just cool because he didn't care about being cool. I think he cared less about what people thought of him than almost anybody I knew, because high school is a place where everybody's worried about what people think of him. Not
Yeah.
John. No, John was, and he had that kind of James Dean hair, obviously, just get up in the morning, run his hand through it, it'd all pop into place. And he was a popular guy because he didn't care about being popular. So I ran into him again a couple of years later. I did a short stint in the Army and got hurt and got sent home on a medical. And now I'm here. Now this is a secret here. When I was in the Army, I'm one of my commanding officers.
It's not going to be a secret now, Rocky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm divulging it here. One of my commanding officers, who shall remain nameless, liked to drink alcohol a lot, and he would run out of money by halfway through the month. And so he would sneak me off the base, put me in civilian clothes, take me into Leesville, and we'd go to these sleazy little bars all through town. And I'd play the piano and sing rock and roll, and they'd put half pints of whiskey up on the piano, and then he would drink half of it. So now he could have got court-martialed for doing something like that, because I was still in basic training. You're not supposed to sneak the kids off the base to get drunk. But I liked doing that, so when I came back to Tulsa, I was looking for some music to play.
Yes.
And Gene Croce had a band. He had the #1 rock and roll band here, and we were playing at a dance studio called the Cherie Bob, and the kids call it a Cherie Bop, but it was a lady named Cherie and a guy named Bob had this dance studio. It was up on the second floor above an auto parts place, if I recall correctly, and they had a talent contest, and I had a shot of whiskey down in the parking lot and was feeling kind of spunky, so I entered that talent contest, and I won it for 8 weeks in a row, and finally ended up getting $50 and some girlfriends. funny how that happens. And I really liked Gene Croce's band. He sort of had the two main bands in the area, Gene Croce and of course Flash Terry had the band over on the north side. Flash will come into this in a minute, because I'm going to try to be short here, because we don't have 3 hours. So Doug Cunningham was playing in Gene's band, and in those days when you played the piano, it was a real piano, some kind of an upright or a spinet. And I went to Sears and bought an amplifier and a microphone. And I would stick that microphone down in the piano, put it through the amp, people could hear me. Doug was just playing the piano. in a band with electric guitars, electric bass, drums. You couldn't hardly hear him. He was a great piano player. Just really knew all the boogie-woogie stuff that I had no idea about. But you couldn't hear him. So I ended up taking his job away from him, getting the job with Gene, and Johnny Cale was the guitar player with that band. And so we got to be pretty good buddies and hanging around, and sometimes we would do gigs just with John and me and Bobby Taylor, and Bobby would sing and I'd play piano and John played. John didn't sing back in those days, ever. So we went over to Sonny Gray's studio and spent a number of afternoons just jamming, and it was a stated goal that we wanted to play the blues. So basically what we wanted to do was we wanted to play like Flash and his band, but we didn't know how. And John has been quoted on camera. I've seen a video where he said there was no Tulsa Sound. We were trying to play the blues and didn't know how, and that's as close as we could get, not knowing how. So there's a lot of truth to
So
it.
that's the definition of how the Tulsa Sound got started?
Yeah. Johnny Cale and his friends trying to play the blues and not knowing how.
White boys playing the blues.
Yep, yep.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
It sounded pretty white, too.
Was that before or after Elvis?
Well, Elvis happened in 1956.
Okay.
So this happened in 1957.
Oh, so y'all are all running neck and neck about that time, weren't you?
When I met Elvis in 1958, what a fool, me. I didn't realize what a privilege that was to meet that guy. And I thought I was every bit as important as he was, you know. I know better than that now.
Hindsight.
Really. Yeah. Well, that's kind of your Tulsa Sound. There have been other musicians that have come along and emulated it. Jimmy Byfield and the Brothers of the Night, probably the best Tulsa Sound band of all time. Just incredible. Gary Gilmore and Chuck DeWalt, you know, what a band that was. I just now obtained one of those vinyl records. I had to order it from England. It cost me about $30.
Wow.
Because you just can't find them here. Nobody's going to let go of one.
Yes.
I had an ex-girlfriend who had both vinyl albums in perfect shape. I took them to borrowed them from her, took them to one of the studios here to get them digitized and put on a CD, so I don't even have a record player. And something went wrong with that, and I never did end up getting those digital copies. My friend Rusty Reed has got one of those, this one that I just bought from England, and he's in the process now trying to get that digitized for me. Most of the material on that album was all original stuff those guys wrote, with one exception. They had a great Ray Charles song, "You Better Leave My Woman Alone." I want to do that real bad, so I got to get it to where I can play that song for myself. The Tulsa Sound was one of the roots that gave birth to the Red Dirt music.
Yes.
And Red Dirt is the only musical genre that doesn't have a definition. I mean, all of the people that play Red Dirt, nobody knows what it is. It's kind of like a little bit of blues and country mixed in with rock, but that's also kind of the Tulsa Sound. This Red Dirt comes from Stillwater, Oklahoma. So it's got a little bit more of a folky country kind of a twang to it than the Tulsa Sound does. Tom Skinner and Bob Childers were kind of the grandfathers of the Red Dirt music sound. Bob passed away a few years ago.
I recall.
Oh boy, he was just the greatest. I mean, nobody could write songs like he did. The only person I know locally that comes close to the things that Bob did, Larry Spears writes some songs that move me a lot, and Tom Skinner does. You know? And though Tom and Larry are kind of, I would say, locally the main songwriting influence in the Red Dirt thing. The Red Dirt Rangers, of course, their name tells you that they're definitely a Red Dirt band. Jason Boland and his band, Cody Canada and those guys. But Tom said it best in our little documentary we did here a couple of years ago. He said, Red Dirt music doesn't need any gatekeepers. We don't need anybody to say, you're Red Dirt, you're not. It's all inclusive. You want to be Red Dirt, you're Red Dirt. So it's a family thing.
Well, doesn't that have like a little combination of Flint rock thrown in from Randy Crouch? Randy Crouch says he does Flint rock.
Well, yeah, because he's over there within spitting distance of Flint Ridge. Right?
That's
yeah. we made part of this movie we made last summer, which still is in the process of being edited in Luxembourg. Randy was prominent in that film. Yeah, Randy's one of my gods.
Yes.
He's not just an idol, he's a god.
Well, as we wrap this up, Rocky, tell me something. Where do you feel that the Tulsa Sound is today? Who are some of the artists? I think this is more of a third generation that we have going on the Tulsa Sound now. Can you tell me who some of those artists are and where you think they're heading with their music?
You're going to get me in trouble because I'm sure as hell going to forget somebody I should have remembered.
All right, just name 2 or 3 that flash into your mind.
Wink Burcham, Dustin Pitsley, Jesse Aycock, and Paul Benjamin. They've picked it up. Now, a lot of people get called Tulsa Sound that I don't think are Tulsa Sound. And there are some people, I'm not going to name names, but some people that are claiming to be Tulsa Sound. It's sort of like they're the heirs to the Tulsa Sound. But listen to them, then listen to the Brothers of the Night, Jimmy and his bunch. That was a real Tulsa. The Tulsa Sound is Lay Down Sally.
Yes.
Eric Clapton and Marcy Levy literally sat down one night to try to write a J.J. Cale song, and that they came up with Lay Down Sally. The way that rhythm goes together, that is the epitome of the Tulsa Sound. We had a thing going for a while at McNally's. It was called the Higher Education.
I recall.
That was a kind of a pun on the Science Project, which is Tom's deal. And that was David White and me and Dustin and Jesse and different drummers. And that was definitely the Tulsa Sound. It was very good. When you get Jesse and Dustin together, then you got something miraculous there. And now Paul Benjamin's kind of come along, and now they play with him a lot now because he's established.
Yes.
I think I can remember some of his earliest gigs when he was first really kind of coming out, getting in front of the microphone. Knew right away that he was one of the people who could do it, you know. Yep. Wink's doing great now too. Get a chance to catch him.
Where are some good venues that we can now see?
The Colony.
That's over on Harvard.
Yeah, about across from Brahms there. Yeah.
Yes, 28th and Harvard.
Great little venue. They got a fireplace. You got a fire going. You see that smoke coming up when you park in the parking lot, and it used to be called the Foreplay.
I recall.
Well, it's IV play, so.
I recall.
But now it's the Colony. That's definitely a red dirt venue, place to go. The places downtown, the Hunt Club, and some of those clubs right up against Cheek by Jowl, up against Cane's up there.
Yes.
Cat's venues are both red dirt and Tulsa Sound friendly. Dustin has played Bobby Sox.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll come back. Steve Pryor's been playing there some. Steve is like beyond the Tulsa Sound. He's some kind of a guitar god. There's no doubt about it, you know.
That Steve Pryor is that.
Oh my, yeah. Well, they don't come any better than that. My friend Bob Witherow, probably could get on stage with him and trade licks with him. Bob plays with us on Monday nights at Bobby Sox. That's Little T's Military Monday thing they do.
Yes. Is that where now we can catch you every Monday night there?
Every Monday night, yeah, unless I got a broke leg or something.
All right. Folks, we really appreciate you watching our Oklahoma Biker Television. We want to thank Mr. Rocky Frisco.
Thank you, Daryl.
Oklahoma Music Hall of Famer. Rocky, thank you for coming in. We look forward to seeing you soon. You guys come out and see Rocky Frisco Monday nights at Bobby Sox, located over on I-44 and Memorial. We'll be right back.
All right, we're rolling whenever you guys are ready.
Hey, welcome back to Oklahoma Biker. I'm here with my lovely wife, Cheryl, and this is our Talking Trash segment. Honey, what would you like to talk about this week?
Well, as you can see, we're around the holiday time, so we just had the last ride of the season, the 32nd annual A-Bake Tulsa Toy Run. It was a great ride.
Yeah.
Great ride, yeah.
How many motorcycles were in that toy run, do you think?
I'm thinking probably around 12,000 maybe. 12,000?
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's somewhere between 4,000 and 6,000.
No, there's more than that. Way more. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I know what we can do.
They collected over 20,000 toys.
Well, I know what we can do. We can actually, for everybody that rode in the toy run, you know that we had our television camera out there on Cherry Street. And Mr. P. Rick filmed that whole parade of motorcycles. So we can put that on our website, let people count how many motorcycles came by.
Okay, sure.
You don't think anybody's going to count all those bikes?
No, who's going to sit there for an hour and a half counting motorcycles on a...
Well, I saw on channel.
Are you crazy?
I saw on channel 2 the other night. We got all kinds of tweakers around. They might want to sit up there and count them motorcycles all night.
Yeah, they're out of Walmart on 81st trying to cook in the store. Yeah, come on. What's this world coming to? We can't even go shopping now. We got to be paranoid about shopping at Walmart.
Well, yeah, you got to have money to go shopping.
Well, I know.
Well, this is a wonderful economy,
and now
though,
you
right?
might blow up. You might get blown up in the store.
I've been blowing up ever since I married you.
I know.
She's a good cook.
Yeah.
Actually, that camera puts 10 pounds on me.
Don't let him fool you. That's not true.
Hey, we've got some folks here in the house this evening that I really want to make mention of, all right?
All right. Yeah, we got a birthday in the house. Birthday in the house.
Hey, Kent from M&W Power Sports.
Come
on
on up.
over here.
Come on, Kent. Come on down. Oh, the price is right. Yay. Come on down.
Hey, we want to thank the folks from over there at M&W Power Sports. They come out and support this event.
They do.
Kent, come over here. Say hi to the audience. How old are you? Here, talking to my chest.
I'm 44.
44.
Nah.
That's a gun, right?
That's a gun, yes.
Son of a gun right here.
Like one of my bosses said at work, you preserve very well.
Well, thank you very much.
Kent, thank you for coming out and being on our show.
Well, absolutely.
Yes.
You all did a great
Happy
job.
birthday, Merry Christmas.
Happy
we look forward to seeing
Hanukkah,
you.
Happy New Year, Happy whatever. Yeah, happy.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, keep up the good work, guys.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, you can't say Merry Christmas. Some people don't believe in Christmas.
I've got to say one thing. This is our TV show. We can say Christmas.
Okay, well, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
Look,
This is going to be after Christmas anyways.
here's what I'm kind
So
of
then we have
thinking, all right?
Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
I'm American,
I want jewelry.
and what?
Jewelry.
I'm still back on Christmas.
It's going to be Valentine's by the time.
I want to talk more about keeping Christ in Christmas, and there you're wanting to put a diamond.
On my finger. Oh, well. Yes, we do. We need to bring that. That's a serious thing. We need to bring Christ back into Christmas. And I am appalled that Tracy, his sister, my sister-in-law, may have to work on Christmas because Walmart may be open on Christmas.
Wait, you don't even be talking about Walmart. They're so huge, they might send somebody out here to work us over.
I don't care. I don't care. Walmart, hear me, okay? If you work for Walmart, I think as much money as Walmart makes, they should be paying their employees for at least one holiday, Christmas. And they should be off with
Can I
pay.
get an amen?
Amen. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you for bringing that out.
And don't get me on my soapbox now, because
Hey, let's talk more about that Halloween thing we got coming up. Aren't we going to be doing? No, not a Halloween thing.
Halloween, you're
I'm having a flashback for a Pimp and Hoe party.
What? Your birthday party. I am planning Daryl's birthday party, January 20th, which is a Friday night. Mark your calendars, Friday night. I don't know the exact location yet, to be determined, but I will post it on Facebook. And we're going to have
Why can't you post it on our website? We need a little traffic.
I will post it on our website, www.oklahomabiker.net. It will be on there too. But I'm planning a party, and we want any gifts. We want, if you want to get a gift for Daryl, I don't know who'd want to get you a gift, but if somebody wants to get him a gift, we want them to donate instead to Bikers Against Child Abuse, which is dear to my heart. Oh, I'm sorry. That's pretty much. So and I just want to plan a big old party. To
Yeah, I want everybody to get me something and give it to Baca.
To celebrate him getting old.
It'll be my 30th birthday again.
Right. Anyways, yes, January
Are we out of time
20th.
yet?
January, yes, we are. January 20th, mark your calendars.
Yep,
Daryl's
January
birthday.
20th.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
And we are going to have a party this year.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you didn't have mine for my birthday.
At that rate, we will see you folks again very soon. Watch for Oklahoma Biker, Fox 23, Saturday nights at 12:30.
Love y'all. Bye.